Yo, all right, so Joyner Lucas, are you an Eminem fan?
I'm a huge Eminem
Just from
fan.
listening to your music, you have to be, right? There's no way that you're not.
I'm a, like a...
Great, because so his album Revival is coming. We finally got the track list. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, a couple people on here we predicted, right? We assumed that he couldn't put out a project without Skylar Grey and Pink on it.
This track list made me dread coming to work in the morning.
Because of Act?
Yes. This is the last nigga that I wanted to stand before while this track, him and Maul and Rory, I understand why niggas think that I'm not in this group chat. Do not direct any of this shit toward me.
This was a confirmation you weren't in this group chat.
Yeah, I'm not.
Once I saw it, I was like,
I'm not in this group
Joe
chat.
really was telling the truth. I thought you were lying all along and you knew the Eminem plans. This, I was looking at the track list and it pretty much seems like it's going to be more pop focused. Just off the features, sometimes the features will get me excited, like, oh shit, this collab here, I don't think none of these, I mean, I believe the only rap feature is Fresher. I'm not really, it didn't do anything for me. All it told me was the album date, which is December 15th.
That was really random. I thought that was really random.
The album date?
I mean, Fresher.
Oh, Fresher?
I thought that was really random.
A lot of people seem to think that was a very
I wasn't expecting that. When I seen that, I was like, Fresher. Now, Fresher is dope, don't get me wrong, but I just...
How does some of them find Fresher?
I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. How does... Because we've talked about M being a little bit...
In his
not the most... He's in his box. He's in his own world. How does M find Fresher, and how do they link up? How does that recording process go? And what type of record comes out of it? Of course, we won't know the last question I asked until we hear the album, but I'm a little bit confused.
You say that about M, that he's in this box.
But he listens,
and
I'm sure.
While that may be true, I'm not confirming or denying that. But how in a box do we think Paul is? Mm-hmm. How in a box do we think Royce is? How in a box do we think Nani is? Like the people that he surrounds himself with. Mm-hmm. Somebody went somewhere and heard, I mean, you had to hear that Fresher kid got one. Mm-hmm. I mean, you had to hear it somewhere. I'm unfamiliar with him, but I know his record.
What, the Wait a Minute joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope record.
That record is...
I like that record.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's dope. Hey, listen, we're only projecting here because we do have a talk show and a debate show, so we have to make projections, especially on just the track listing because we're not hearing any music.
Okay, wait,
just the features, man. I ain't checking for this shit.
Did you like Walk on Water? The first release from this.
Hold on, no. This is where I'm gonna judge Joyner off rip because I feel like I already know Joe admitted his biases as much as people do kill him every day for not admitting the situation. Because the same thing you said about Jeezy, we'll get to later. You could probably say it about M, but okay. Mm-hmm. You admit your biases that you ain't gonna be saying nothing crazy.
I hate when the fans start Instagramming good points in the comment section, and then you get all recharged and come in here and want to say because the same point that you made about Jeezy yesterday, if you retort it and flip it, then shut up.
No, but it's true. No,
let's talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. But so I already know I'm not gonna get that response from you. However, this is how I find about you. M, he's dropped a new project, came out with Walk on Water. What do you feel in the energies for him? And by the way, you hear the content on the record, a lot of self-doubt. Mm-hmm. And then the record comes out, doesn't perform. I'm not gonna lie, I'm doubting the content on this album and actually what we're gonna hear.
Can I just throw in some bias shit before y'all start?
No. Answer the question.
You gotta guess.
I think Eminem is dope.
No, that's not.
That's his word. I think. I'm just saying.
We're gonna get him out.
I understand. These are MCs, and it's kind of sacrilegious for y'all to even really ever criticize.
That's big words from you today. Let's relax.
I think M is dope. I think the record was dope. I thought it was dope.
Shy, you doing good with this nigga, man.
I thought it was
already.
I'm just saying. I think none of that.
Y'all little strategy players.
Nah. It ain't even no strategy. I thought the record was dope.
What was dope about it?
I think.
Now Pinky want to chime in.
I think.
With some added.
Because then later he's gonna.
Because you got a whole nigga to the fire for your mans now.
I think his honesty on the record and his just him going into detail about how he feels on that record is actually pretty dope. It reminds me of like when he used to really, because I feel like Eminem does a good job at rapping. Like he's really rappity. He's really raps. Like you know what I'm saying. So so it's good to hear him get back to.
Let our guest speak.
It's good to.
Okay, while our guest was
What's up?
speaking, he
Yeah.
was behind you making a face.
No, wait,
What's
wait.
up?
What was
What's
you
that?
Using,
Why
you
you-
said,
no, but what?
This
you
is-
said
no,
you
this
might
is-
have
No, wait.
Why you trying to why though?
Why y'all attacking like hyenas right
Well,
now? Everyone
well.
relax.
Relax.
They are dying.
I'm glad you
to
said
get
that,
a
right?
hot
Yeah.
intake.
You're right. So he's an MC, right?
Yeah.
And he's expressing how he's been feeling.
Yeah.
But if he's having this self-doubt,
Yeah.
it feels like, and he expressed it on the record, he's with the current times and how the current trends, he's a little bit unfamiliar. Then we see a album track list with a ton of pop features.
Right, but you don't even know how them records sound yet though.
Really?
Maybe they in Eminem's world though. Maybe Eminem's not in their world on these records. Maybe they're in Eminem world.
Wait, let
Came
me
to M's
interject
world.
here
Yeah.
and just remind. I hate to bring up the elephant in the room.
You're signed to him.
Eminem is a white pop star. Why is everyone shocked to see white pop stars on the track list with him?
Because we have seen people who have transcended hip hop, and like for example, Drake is pop, but we don't see him collaborating with Taylor, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez on his records. He puts out his records, it goes pop.
Some people would call him a culture vulture. That claim would never be made about him.
100.
So I mean,
And also, if we're talking about pop
there's
stars,
two ways to look at that.
M at one point was clowning all these little pop stars.
M has forgotten more about music than a lot of people. M could clown whoever the fuck he want to clown.
Now he's
No?
working with
I
them.
think you should just listen to the records
I
first,
will,
and
of course I will.
then I feel like you should assess that. But as of now, like this guy's done records with Elton John. How many?
What'd you feel about his last album?
MLP 2? Was that the last album?
Yeah,
Was it a recovery? Yeah.
it was that one.
I think Eminem is dope.
I like when
you're
you
right.
look at me when you
Shout
say
out
that.
to
No, I
Eminem
agree.
is
He
dope.
is-
No.
he is
I
one of
think
my
he's
favorite
dope. He's
rappers.
one of my.
No
I'm
critique.
just saying, it's not. I think he's dope. Anything Eminem does.
So
for
you know
me,
how on the song
I
you
like.
started about
hold
people
on, you better have
criticizing
a
him for his flows and shit?
What?
You better have a critique, especially when you got it. And again, of course, way
up?
different level, but shit, you were getting that logic for. You felt like he wasn't coming with his best foot forward.
What are you talking about? When? I wasn't talking about in general. I was talking about on that record.
Okay.
So what record are you talking about that
Okay.
you felt like Eminem wasn't coming with his best foot forward?
So do you believe his last album was his like prime peak?
I'm not. Never said his last
I
album
don't
was his
even
prime
believe that
piece.
Akademiks has heard Eminem's last album. I mean, if you want me to be honest,
Did
I don't
you-
believe
Joe,
that you've heard it.
this is where Joe comes in with a monkey wrench and be like, yo, let's get this out of here.
What was
Joe is a mole.
What was your
Please
favorite-
hear my shady.
What was your
How would I
favorite
got
record
no
on
beef?
on his last album?
Honestly, that's how forgettable it was. I don't remember,
You didn't even listen to the shit.
but I did. I did.
So give me a no references, no.
And I don't remember anything off the last joint from him.
Not one.
Wait, you remember every song or
I remember
every
every
project
song.
you listen to? You remember a record of?
If I There's got to
I
be at
listen
least
to a lot of
one or
forgettable
two.
shit
There's
these
like
days.
one or
Okay,
two
wait.
records off of like projects that I've heard that I can talk about or
Reference
remember
at
or
least.
reference.
That shit came out like a couple years ago.
Where are we going
Okay,
with
so
this?
there's not one Eminem project that dropped before that you can't remember.
No, I'm specifically talking about his last project because we're talking about what we're expecting for his current project,
Right.
where he's been musically over the last couple ones. And when I hear the single that came out, I'm looking at the track list, I'm saying, okay, am I excited about this? Do I think it's going to be what I expect, or is it not?
But let's also add that at no point.
Joe, you're like a defense attorney, man.
Let's also add.
You
that
got it, Joe.
At no point have you ever been excited about or anticipating an Eminem project.
No.
That's important to know.
No.
That's important to know.
No. Marshall Mathers
We've
LP
worked
2.
here. We've worked here
No,
for
I
9
was
months.
I was for that because that's the sequel.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm
Okay.
talking about my experience with you. We have worked here for 9 months, and for 9 months you have shitted on and killed Eminem. I mean, am I incorrect in that? So what I only say that it's no, you don't have to deny it or confirm it. I only bring it up to say, granted, nothing that M has done on his little rollout here has gotten someone who has never been excited about this project coming, excited.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's
totally
Good.
fair.
Fair point.
If the Trump freestyle didn't move anybody, I'm not beefing. I'm fine. If the Beyonce single did not move anybody, fair critique. I'm fine with that too. But remember, I told y'all, I said I'm just guessing, but I would love to hear where that song falls on this album, because if I'm playing devil's advocate, I don't put it past the meticulous minds at Shady to be trying to kill a certain narrative, and then I don't expect this to continue. I expect him to get right to the shit.
Did you
so
like
now
Walk
when
on
I look
Water?
at this track list, hold up.
It's track
You're
one.
starting.
Okay. All right.
That jumped off the page.
You're a good defense
to me.
attorney because you know what? I'm agreeing with you now.
No,
Okay. All right.
I just fans.
It's track one.
Fans would never know some of this stuff. I've been blessed to be in the room with some people who think adversely. So, like creators are different. They just have a weird.
He's in a group chat.
No, I'm not in the group
He's
chat.
not.
He's in a group
I
chat.
have been the lone, the same Joe I am in here,
Yeah.
the same way that there's been some days people here hate me. I'm sure there's a lot of days Paul hates me. I'm sure there's a lot of days Tracy hates. There's a lot. I'm the same Joe, no matter where I go. I have fought the good fucking creator fight with M, Paul, and all these niggas already. They know how I give it up. Nothing I'm saying here is a shocker. But I learned some things from these people. Hearing that song, I would never think you starting your album that way. I would never do it. He would never do it. We ain't afforded that right. Most niggas, you think I'ma kill these niggas when I start. I just dap Sci-Hi up for how he started his album. Know why? Because it sound like a nigga that said, I'ma kill these niggas. Not him. He don't think. They don't move. They don't act like the rest of the creators. He's afforded a certain amount of time to even fuck it up. That's my only point. And people say I cape fam. So now that's track one, and the second track is called Believe. So now if I'm looking at how you rolled this out with your little revival thing, if I'm thinking about the last one and the recovery, if I'm just looking at now, if I'm looking at the last 10 years of your career, oh, okay, you're doing more than you're doing more than creating an album. You're telling a story now. So now how I judge it is a little different. I have to wait and see what story you're telling, and I got to see how the fuck Ed Sheeran fits in your story.
Okay, that's
I
what
got
I'm
to see how
saying.
the fuck Pink, my nigga, fits in
Ambassadors,
your
all that.
story. I don't know how
Hold on.
Fresher. I don't know how any of these people fit in what you are seeing. And from what I know, it sounds trash. Even though it didn't come with audio, we're looking at it, and the common folk are saying this looks trash.
I don't know, man.
There we go. It's the first time. It's the first time.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's where we're at.
I don't know.
That's where
The
we're at.
folk,
That's
the
where we're at.
casual
That's where we're at.
fan.
Good.
You can't
But
avoid
hold up, but you
it.
acting
He
like
didn't
why
avoid it, so
you
I ain't
acting
gonna
like there's
avoid
a
it.
bunch of mumble rappers on his track list or some
But
shit.
yo, the
You know what I
same thing
mean?
with
Like
M. I don't think anyone
what happened
can-
with Pink ain't dope?
Yeah,
Ed Sheeran
but-
ain't dope. Like what are you guys
It's just
talking
like in
about, bro?
2017
What?
people want to hear
Pop-oriented
Pink on this.
records.
Yeah, but you don't know
Ed
what.
Sheeran's dope.
I'm saying like you
I
guys,
don't know how
you
dope Pink
talking
is
about
still.
his track list like the cats on there. Pull up. What's the artist on there? Do you know the
up
full
here.
track
Yeah,
list?
so here can we see? So obviously Beyonce, Fresher, Ed Sheeran.
All right, so
Alicia
Beyonce.
Keys.
Hold up. So what did you think about Walk on Water?
Lyrically, I love it. I don't like the song itself.
As a song, it don't sound like an intro. It don't sound like a dope song. I like the message on there. So the content on there,
Okay.
I like.
So if you
because-
would have seen Eminem featuring Beyonce before that record had dropped, would you have felt the same way? Or would you have pictured the record to be
no, of
like
course.
that?
I was really excited about it.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. When I heard it, I was like,
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be different.
All right, so what's the next one? I can't see my eyes. Hold on.
Fresher, which you talked about.
All right.
And
And
granted, we cannot spend 40 minutes on an M cover, and that's not me caping.
Yeah. Second is
It's
Believe. Third is Chlorospectic with Fresher. Four
That's
Untouchable.
chloroseptic. so-
Okay, Ed
Chloroceptic.
Sheeran.
Okay,
Let me
all right,
read.
my
Let me
nigga.
Not
read.
chlor. Yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
I'm not trying to claim. I just want you to be able
Okay,
to
all
enunciate
right.
shit.
Then 5 is River with Ed Sheeran. 6, Remind Me. That's the intro
can read.
to Then Remind Me.
They can
No,
read.
he can't see, motherfucker.
He just wanted
so
the
what?
features,
What's the point?
just the
Why
features.
would? And he's trying to make a point, but he's trying to hear the track listing.
Right.
So I'm trying to help him out. right? Revival Interlude, that's 8. The 9, Like Home with Alicia Keys. I am excited.
Come on, Alicia Keys. What
I
you
am
guys
excited.
talking
I love
about?
Alicia Keys.
I think that track list is lit, bro.
Featuring ambassadors.
I think that
Skylar
track list
Gray's
is
there.
popping,
We
man.
expect to see
Okay.
Skylar
What's
Gray
up?
there.
The
Kehlani
track with
Kehlani is there.
ambassadors.
Kehlani is dope.
Hey,
Ambassador,
Come on,
Skylar
bro. She got
Gray,
some joints on there.
those
where's
joints
Two
are
Come
like.
on, man.
Chainz? Do
She
we
got
think
some
2 Chainz
joints.
is a hidden feature on this? Remember, they were working together. This is his Instagram, actually. I don't know what those emojis mean. Maybe he's on here somewhere.
Is this a deluxe? I mean, they.
You think he'll be on the bonus tracks?
I mean, yeah. M should have a deluxe.
Word.
Has M never not had a deluxe? So we'll
2
probably
Chainz will
see
be
more
on it?
songs.
All right, I feel like we could argue forever. Should we move on?
I'm mad that Royce is not on this album.
Yeah, me too.
That's disappointing. If we're gonna spend so much time on the features, Griselda. So
That's what I was expecting more Royce, not Pink.
M is a white pop star.
But he doesn't need other pop stars. He's a pop star. And I could probably argue that the people he's featuring, he's bigger than.
I don't know.
So you don't need them.
He's bigger than almost everybody. So that's really
Exactly. So he doesn't need to collaborate.
I'm tossing it to Pinky now.
We'll see how these songs sound, but we'll never disrespect Eminem lyrically. Period. Right?
I am excited to hear. Of course, I'll give it a chance. Of course.
We just got to end on a respectful note. That's all I'm saying.